Okay.
Yay! We're live
Did it work?
Hi there.
Are we here?
on all kinds of platforms.
Here we are.
I'll
Okay.
give it a couple minutes before saying anything important because we want to give people a chance to file in. But maybe I can.
Okay. Woo!
Whoa.
The first try.
That's
We didn't even
That's
rehearse
pretty good.
this. Oh my goodness. There you
Oh,
go.
gee, look at that.
How festive it looks in these sunglasses.
All right.
Okay. All right.
Come closer, mate, Victor. I don't want to exclude you
Not
from
too
the Instagram
That looks
feed.
about right.
All right. Cheers.
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 Cheers. Good evening, everybody. I'm seeing people slowly filing in, so I'm going to be repeating myself a lot, but bear with me. Welcome to the after party of the official The Party After You Left video premiere. My name is Petra Jasmiina. I'm the founder of Petra Productions and had a blast creating this little video and premiere with Victor and Mark here, the stars of the show.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Mhm.
How do you feel?
Feel pretty good.
This was
Yeah.
your first live premiere thingy.
Yes.
It
That
is.
is actually the technical term they're changing.
That
on
is
YouTube.
yes.
And that's,
I'm
that
gonna
is-
sell that to Meta
Okay.
and take
Yes.
all the royalties.
And I will be using that in perpetuity. I will never call it anything
anything
other
other than the live premiere
Yeah.
thingy. How does it feel? This was a few months of work, and it felt like the video itself went by really quickly. Like as soon as we tuned in, it was like over.
Well, it's
already.
just like many things. You work and work and work. Same thing with like preparing a meal. You do all this work in the kitchen, and then all of a sudden you
Exactly.
eat it, and then it's
You
done.
just
And then it's
slurp it.
like, oh,
wolf it down. We wolfed
Yeah.
down. We wolfed
Yes.
down that video. And
Yeah.
hi to everyone watching. I hope that you also wolfed down the video called The Party After You Left by Victor Vigorbo and Marcus Soda that we just aired live for the first time ever to the world. We are doing a little live post, oh God, so many words, live post premiere Q&A where I will ask them a few questions that I have been wondering about this song and this video project. And while we are talking and I'm asking my questions, I would really love it, and we would really love it if you can ask your questions. So feel free, whether you're on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, feel free to write your little comments and questions in the chats, and I will do my
we're big
very
comments.
best to, sorry?
It doesn't have to be small comments. They can be big
They can be
comments.
long comments,
Don't
that's
judge
true.
the size of
That
their
is true, they
comments.
can be
Let's not
deep.
start fighting with them the
They-
second we start
just
this
give them-
video.
give them the most difficult questions you
Yeah.
can imagine about God and life and death.
Yep.
But first, oops, and now I'm replaying one of Victor's videos,
there we
which
go.
is
Okay, yep.
what happens when you go live with
Mhm.
these things.
Yep.
But that just means that YouTube works for us, which is great. Tell me first, where did this song come from originally? What was the inspiration? What was the idea?
So the song started with something very silly. I walked past. I have the book in the other room. I can't recall off the top of my head the name of the comic book artist, but it was titled "The Party After You Left," and it's someone leaving a party and everyone's celebrating that the person's gone, and all making jokes like, "Oh, thank God she's gone. Thank God he left."
It's terrible.
It's terrible, but I thought it's meant as a joke. And I thought to myself, wouldn't that be lovely if I could create a really sad song with the same title? And one thing that I was worried about with the song was that it's sad, it's down. And what I loved that you did with this project was you brought a little humor and spice back into
little
it,
light, yeah.
which is what I try to walk that line with my material in general. And I think this one was more on the sad side, and you managed to sort of bring it back with a little bit of the slice of life where because even in the saddest moments, there's always some beauty and some
There's a
humor.
sliver.
Yeah, and our little friend over there.
Our little
Hugo.
friends. We forgot to introduce our fourth member of the group, Hugo.
This is Hugo.
I
Yes.
believe he's called, and he stole the show on
Yeah.
the video.
Yeah.
If you didn't catch him, please go back and watch it again, and then again, and then again, just so you can see Hugo's 3 seconds of fame.
I think Mark is convinced that one day, like, Hugo will take his place. He'll come home and he'll be sitting at the dinner
Oh,
table.
yeah.
It might have sucked my soul out.
Yeah.
So
It
I'm
might
not
have.
sure.
Maybe you live in Hugo now for all perpetuity.
Yeah, could be.
I wouldn't be surprised if this bottle was suddenly just gone.
Right. I
sitting
think his
next to
facial
him.
expression changed a little bit.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's getting
tiny
happier,
bit.
definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. I
Yeah.
see it. I see it. It's subtle, but it's
That's true.
it's there. It's there.
And a fifth member that we haven't introduced yet, who is not physically here with us, but I know that he is somewhere on one of these many phones that we have up at the moment. Alexei Posnikov, our cinematographer for this project. Thank you, Alexei. Thank you for being awesome and kind and patient with me and my crazy ideas. And also with just
I say
everybody.
nothing.
that
No,
helped.
you both executed what you set out to do.
Thank
Gusto, you did
you.
incredibly
Well, thank you for
s-
letting us do this
Yes,
with you. It was a
and
blast.
Thank you for letting this project be the first voyage on Petrified Productions.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, I'm so
Yes.
happy. So
Which you should tell all the fine people in the
I
digital
probably
world
should do a
about.
humble plug. So I this weekend I soft launched my very own production company. Most of you know that I've been a singer-songwriter for an independent musician now for about a decade in New York, and my production company is called Petrified Productions because Petra, get it?
I just got it.
I didn't know. Yeah, no. Now that I've connected those dots.
Don't get petrified, get
Yeah.
petrified. That's the slogan. And all I want to do is help independent musicians,
It is a
just like
t-shirt.
these two, to bring their musical stories to life on screen in one way or another, whether it's in the form of a music video that we just did or this very premiere, actually. So just to put things into visual forms. But I want to hear more about the video, the making of the video. How did the idea to make a music video come to you? This was your very first music video, am I correct?
Yes, you are correct. Well, the truth of the matter is that we gave you several songs to pick from, and this was your favorite.
I love this from the very start. Yeah.
So that was sort of we knew that this was something that we needed to do to put some more visual pieces out there rather than just live concert footage. And you were kind enough to write and direct this project. So that's really how this particular song took flight in terms of the visual form.
I think there were many. We had several dinners where we went over the idea, and
Several
I
dinners
knew-
and some wine.
and maybe several bottles of wine. And during those dinners, there was this sort of like a Petra moment. I call it a petrified moment where she'd start talking, and go, "I see it," like that, and you're in a room, and you guys are being ignored by the party, and
And you were like, that's yesterday.
That's-
I did that.
How did you know?
I just did that at a party earlier in the week. And then,
Exactly. That was last Saturday.
we were very good at this part of the video because we were just playing ourselves. And,
You were very good at the eating dinner and drinking wine part as well.
well, we did it earlier, you know.
That seemed to come naturally.
It is very funny, but I do think at the same time it really does sum up some elements of the depression and the feeling of the song that when you are that kind of sad, the world can be moving around you and be very happy, but
Yes.
you yourself are not. So, and again, walking that line between humor and just crippling sadness that we all must
Crippling depression, yeah, exactly.
exist in to
And
be
you know
artists.
what's really crazy? And I actually had an epiphany. I didn't even tell you guys this yet, so now I'm telling the world. I had an
Waiting till
epiphany
now?
today.
It's like, Victor's.
Hold on, here we go.
Yeah.
I had an epiphany today. I
Okay.
realized when I was thinking about what I wanted to ask you about the creation process of video, I realized that Petra moment that you were just describing, actually, I lived through this very party a year ago. Just before I met my boyfriend. Hi, Eric. I know he's watching and
I
supporting
think
somewhere.
I'm join in over there.
I know. Hi, Eric.
Wait, I can actually wave at him if I
Good.
There
You
we
can
go.
just wave him with your hands.
No, I
Victor.
wanted to do it virtually.
Oh, okay, excellent.
virtual
So
wave.
anyway,
Okay.
so right before I met my now boyfriend, which many of you know, I was broken up with somebody that I really cared about, and I was utterly devastated. And you guys might remember that we actually practiced a song about said heartbreak together for a live show, but then ended up not playing it because that's how devastated I was. I couldn't play the song.
I'm sorry.
And this was just around this time last spring.
Really?
And I didn't realize it was like very precisely. And I remember I was invited to a friend's birthday party, and I felt like I didn't want to decline. And I went, and I was heartbroken, and I felt like an alien. Like, it was such an absurd experience because you're surrounded by this scenario with people you know and the place you know, and these patterns of behavior that are expected from you to have fun and go crazy and whatever, be all free spirited. And I was so devastated that it felt like I was in a whole different world. And I think that's where the idea came from. And I realized that today.
Well, I'm thrilled. Well, I'm thrilled to hear this. No,
Yeah,
it's a horrible thing for me to say. Wow, fantastic! I'm so glad you were sad. No, I am so thrilled that you were able to see yourself, because I believe my father first said this to me ages ago. But the role of an artist is to be a mirror and a sponge to absorb the world around you and to create it in a way that you can see yourself reflected back in it.
Wise words.
Yeah, and I'm
Hello,
really
Victor's
glad,
father.
if he's on here. Hello, dear father. But that I'm so glad that you were able to see yourself in that enough that you were able to create this, and I'm glad that we were able to execute it. I hope to the standards of Petra.
Oh, yes. Thank you, Alexei. It's precisely what I saw in my head in that Petra moment, like you dubbed it.
I think we experienced it a little bit too, because
absolutely.
So to get a little bit into the weeds, I mean, the people at the party, in one word, were drunk, and so
they were at an actual party.
It's called
method acting.
Yes.
These are some of our friends and colleagues, and
Yes.
we provided the alcohol at the party. They did their part by drinking, and we sort of directed them places. And Alexei and Petra and Victor and I were not really drinking very much. Because we had a door acting.
No, we
So
had
it did
to
feel-
stay conscious.
It felt very isolating in a way because everyone was having a ball, and we were sort of like off in the corner, like, okay, let's try it again.
That was like, I never thought, that's very meta, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not the company. It's very, although thanks.
thought.
Yeah,
Facebook.
thank you.
is
Yeah,
fun,
whichever
no
one.
problem.
Yeah.
But that was actually, I never thought about that. That you actually kind of did it, like you did it while doing it.
Yes.
Absolutely, and I felt it. It was weird. Like I knew some of my friends over here having a good time, and I was off over there against the wall. Like this is.
Also, you were up over there, upside down.
I was upside
playing
down.
guitar
Oh, yes.
on the sofa and under the table.
I was.
Which I very much thank you for,
Yes.
because it was some kind of medieval torture. But
Yes. No. Summer came over to me afterwards. I think I told you.
Thank you, Summer.
Yes,
Another
Summer.
star
I
on
think
the
you're here.
video, by
She
the
came
way.
over to me and she said, like, did Mark say something nasty to Petra?
Not this
I
time.
said, yeah. And I said,
other
you know,
times.
well, then she said, like,
Over
this thing
the
happened,
years,
and I
yes,
said,
yes.
no, because she's really torturing him.
Yeah.
And if you look, one detail that doesn't necessarily translate in the video itself is that Mark had to hang upside down for a very long time.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
the couples next to us had to make out for a very long,
Oh, they did.
long
Thank
time.
you to the couples
Yes,
making
thank
out,
you
by
very
the way.
much. I'm
That
sorry
was
for any
That was
abrasions.
not an easy task. It might look very fun,
They were drinking.
Yes.
but I'm telling you, they had to suck face for like, I don't know, an hour,
Yeah.
perhaps.
Yeah.
And you had to hold my head up because my back
Yeah,
was
yeah,
hurting.
we
At one
did.
point,
Between
Yeah.
takes, we would
Yes.
put a little chair under his head. So
Yeah.
he was
Go
fine for a
unconscious.
while, and then I kind of heard this death rattle come
Oh,
out of
God.
him, and that's when you were kind enough to run over.
This is weird pain in the middle of my back. On
Yeah.
the upper part, it was burning. It was
And then
horrible.
was that
So-
before or after you were stuffed under the table?
That was after.
That was
Yeah.
after.
when we
okay.
say stuffed, we mean
I was-
stuffed.
I was
It
there.
was
People were-
tight and
People were
dark
kicking me. So,
and hot.
you know.
By the way, I'm seeing so many of our friends come online on Instagram. Thank you so much for being here. This warms our hearts.
Quick interjection. David Grinberg, who was the couple, one of the participating couples on this side, his comment there was worth it. So I'm very glad.
Awesome.
That, yes,
Thank you, David.
you're welcome.
You
Yeah,
did
no.
well. It looked
Yes.
really real. It's
Yes.
almost like you really like her. They're an actual couple, so I hope that they
Yeah.
actually enjoyed the experience.
Mm.
Let's go back to, I want to ask a little bit more about,
Sure.
so this song, kind of like you said, Victor, earlier,
Mhm.
that it is a very sad song.
Yes.
It's very melancholic.
Mhm.
And this video kind of brings it to a little bit of a more comically comically sad place, I guess.
Yes. Well, it's
Um,
not. I thank you for not bludgeoning our audience with abject sadness. For
Yes,
those
we
of
need
3.5
we
minutes
need
or
this in the
whatever.
world a little bit. I feel like that's why everyone loves to see stand-up comedy. It's because
Oh, yes.
you know
yes.
the world sucks a little bit.
And
at the
people
moment.
are also attracted to that kind of. It was an interview with Bob Dylan after Blood on the Tracks came out, and someone asked him, why do you think people like this? And he said, I have no idea why people are gravitating towards that level of sadness.
Mhm.
And it's just part of it's if we can see ourselves in that, it helps us. It's what's the word I'm looking for?
Torture
cathartic.
poets department. Yes.
Yes, it's cathartic. It's
Yes.
it allows you to experience it, to express it in a way that can then allow you to go about your day and be normal and not just be standing on the line at the post office and just scream.
Yes. Exactly.
Yeah.
And another duality that was really obvious to me from the very beginning, and that also came from my conversations with Alexei about this video, is that from the very first time that I heard the song, I always thought it was about death.
Mhm.
I always thought the party was life, someone leaving life too early. And many would probably just think of it as a real actual house party where we've all been in the situation where someone that we really want to stay, and maybe they're the whole reason that we even came to the goddamn party. So am I allowed to curse? I think I am, because it's our channel. So
YouTube says we've been canceled and flagged. And,
Well,
never
That was
airing
nice.
anything again.
Yes.
first
our
step fame.
first and only live video.
That went great.
Yeah.
It's all Hugo's fault, really. He has that effect on me. But I wanted to ask you both, actually. So however people take it, however people see it, whether it's an actual party, whether it's life, whether it's something in between, is there some message or lesson or something behind it that you wish that everybody kind of got
Nah.
from watching it,
No.
from watching it
No.
or listening to it?
It's an interesting question. I wish you'd fielded me that one beforehand, so I'd come up with a nice patented response.
Like a quote.
Well, I think that
What Shakespeare when you do?
yes.
To party or not to party?
Well, I think in general, some pieces of art exist as just like photograph snapshots of a particular moment or an emotion that, as we just discussed previously, could be a cathartic experience of experiencing it, seeing it, trying to find words or feelings, emotions, colors, however you want to put it, for that particular feeling. But perhaps on a larger scale, enjoy life, enjoy the people that you're with. Thank you to everyone who's come out, and thank you to all the extras and everyone that made this video possible. And just enjoy it. It's a strange and interesting ride that we're all a part of, and we might as well make the most of it.
That is absolutely correct.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I think I was brought back to like high school and college a little bit. Like
interesting.
where you
Really?
just described sort of like being at a party in the corner and like, oh, I really want to talk to that girl over there, and then she leaves or something.
Oh,
That's probably happened several times.
Did
in my
you
life.
also get kicked in the head in high school?
I might have. Yeah.
When all you really wanted
I thought I was
just
pretty good at
kiss
that.
the
I
girl.
practiced at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was dropped as a baby. No.
Well, that explains a lot.
That explains a lot.
But no, I am so thrilled once again to be able for Petra to see death and for you to see a high school party. I mean that I enjoy when I'm able the art that I like and the art that I like creating. I like when it's open enough and not specific enough that you could see those two things in there. So that's really I'm happy to hear that feedback. Made my night.
Great. I think it's time for our little surprise of the evening, which is that these incredible musicians, Victor Vigurbo and Marcus, are actually going to play the song for you live right here, right now. So don't leave. I'm going to leave. I'll give them the stage,
Artistic
which is
space.
actually a couch, their artistic space.
Yeah.
But thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Please remember to give a follow to Victor Vigurbo, to Marcus Soda, who is Main Street Complete on Instagram, and to Petrified Productions. And my name is Petra Jasmiina. It was a pleasure to host this little Q&A, and now we'll enjoy some live music.
Yeah.
Thanks, Petra.
And don't leave the party. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you for remembering the whole please follow us, because if we get enough likes we end up with a channel, so
Like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah, do
Down
all of
there.
do
See
all of the
that down
things.
there?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Ready?
Yep.
The party after you left was long and boring. The conversations, they were dull and weak. Politics and sports, they left me snoring. And dreaming of the little ways you speak. And I would kill for one more dance with you. And I would kill for one last dance with you. The party after you left dragged on forever. There were times I confessed that I thought it would never end. The hopes, they always think they are so clever, shuffling you into talking with their friends. And I would have sat outside with you. And I would have sat outside with you. The party after you left just wasn't a party. A room is just four walls, it's a place to be. There were people, there was music, the meals were hearty. But I might as well have been stranded out at sea. And why did you leave the party without me? And why did you leave the party without me?
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you so very much. We appreciate you being here. Please remember to like, subscribe. Also like and subscribe to Petrify Productions. Share the video, yes.
Share the video with
Petra's
people.
in the background
Tell them.
yelling at me, telling me what to do. Please share the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, share it.
Share it anywhere.
And leave a nasty comment. I thrive off of criticism. Thank you all very much for being here. Yeah, this was a blast. Bye. Bye.
That was great.
All right.
Wait, we're still live.
Your first little live live thing.
I guess you want to
Awesome,
propose?
guys.
Yeah,
Yes, it says end now, and then when you end that, then it's ended.
Does
Oh,
it create
so
a
it's still
reel?
live.
Is that on Facebook? Is that
You
what
do
with
that.
I do
yes.
that, yeah.